at the cloud of Olori. It's the clouds of Olori.
Napoleon Hill observed that more gold has been mined from human thought than has ever been taken from the earth. When you take your time to learn how to change your thinking and become a better thinker, you are investing in yourself. Real estate investments can go sour, stock markets can crash, gold mining can tap out. But a human mind with a critical thinking ability is like a diamond mine that never runs out. It is priceless. I am Aishat Indamola Additional, and this is the Clouds of Olori. Let's take a few moments to glimpse at the story of today's Olori.
Mojirola Helen Ibiemi Mrs., a legal practitioner, mother of two, the present public secretary, NBA Ilorin branch, the public secretary feeder, and also the president-elect of Rotary Club Ilorin Metro. Born on Lagos Island to the family of Chief Bernard Adeyemi and Mrs. Veronica Adeniran. Her primary education was at Eucharistic Heart Nursery and Primary School, Ekpe. Secondary education at Queen's College, Yaba, Lagos, but completed her secondary education at Queen's College, Ilorin. In 2006, she got admission to study law at the University of Ilorin and got posted to Nigeria Law School in Abuja in the year 2012. Afterwards, she served the Ministry of Justice, Akure, Ondo State in 2013. She has been working at PA Olorinshola, SAN & Co. till this very moment. She got married in the year 2014 to Opoyemi Ibiemi, a human resources manager, blessed with two daughters, Tiwatokpe and Ifeoluwa Tesiwaju. The most appreciation goes to her uncle Tinue Michael Adeniran and his wife Mrs. May Adeniran, who have been a good parent and guardian ever before she lost her parent. She describes her early years as exquisite, even though she was born in a polygamous family of 10 children and 3 wives. The challenges at the trajectory of her career is time management and male superiority complex. However, with steadfastness, she proved herself exceptional.
Welcome back. With me on the show is Mrs. Mojirola Helen Ibiemi, NBA Publicity Secretary and Federation of Female Lawyers FIDA Publicity Secretary, looking gorgeous, classy, and elegant. I'm so glad you're on the program with me. How do you do?
Thank you so much. I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll start with what honor have you received in the past that you're really proud of?
I can say nothing specific comes to mind. I can say everything I am today and everything I have achieved today by the grace of God. I'm proud of each and every one, every milestone so far. I'm proud and I thank God. I'm the public secretary of the NBA Law branch by the grace of God. I'm also the public secretary of FIDA, the Kwara State branch by the grace of God. I'm the president-elect of my club as a Rotary Club of Ilorin Metro. Even by July next year, I'll become the president by special grace of God. I'm glad. In my university days, I had 1 or 2 awards too. I thank God for that. I'm not doing bad. Everything for the glory of God. I'm proud of every milestone, and I'm willing and still open to learn more and grow more.
So what would you like to see change in the Nigeria Judicial system?
When it comes to the judicial system, I would love to see more of fast tracking of our cases. Maybe we should move to the jet age of computerizing our judgments and things like that. A case can go on for as long as 20 years in this country. A case can go on for as long as 10 years. We have cases that Supreme Courts up to now. Like the Supreme Court, you'll be surprised if I tell you actually they are listening to their hearing appeals from their 208, not even moved by 2021. So you can imagine that being said, because we have only one Supreme Court that covers the whole country. However, when it comes to let's come down here to our states, then we go to the states. The judicial system is not fast, it's slow. Because, like I say, it's the fault. We lawyers have some errors there too by delaying and all that. Okay. But if the system can be fast, giving us limited time to do things, and with punishments for some things if you don't do it on time. Though we have that, but if it's stringent and we people do more, then the judges, we have situations whereby we have judges that don't even know the law. That's, I mean, well, let me use the example of magistrates. We have some magistrates in lower courts. To be modest, let me say they don't know it much. They don't know it much. You see situations whereby you expect the judge to say something else as another thing, and it will be a lawyer, a friend of the court, that will be helping the judge and correcting. Sorry, your worship, I think you should do it this way. You know they don't know it. So I believe at this point, you should, maybe the NJC should look at merits, while we are putting in people, not what we have in this country. Your father is so, your mother is so. You know this person knows this person. What we refer to as connections, which is throwing us back. It's really pulling our nation back in case we don't know it, because it is bad. When you have stations of people that are not capable for the seats, and we have them there, it slows the wheel of justice. Like a senior colleague will say, Chief Mrs. Fogia, she's fondly called. She says there cannot be peace without justice. So at times, you need justice to work. It helps the country grow. We have peace. All these issues of insecurities, kidnappings, all we have will reduce to very soon.
Okay. But I thought before one could be a judge, there should be some scrutiny one has to go through before. How did they escape all this and become judge without knowing what?
Yeah, actually there are scrutinies. Basically, let me use the example of the states. To become the High Court judge, you have to be 10 years in practice and above. So that's basically the criteria. So if you have that, but I might be a lawyer for 10 years and above, and I still don't know the basic rudiments about judiciary. So you have to go through the interview stages and all that. Then when you pass through the interview stage, you get to the interview stage and it becomes, you know this person, you know this person. The general public is not there. The paper criteria is fulfilled, is met. But the general public is not there to say, you did this, you did this. But the people that we put in that position to speak for us and hear it and see it. When we have situations of this person is this person, what happens? You just that this person is there. That person, for magistrate, you don't need anything. You can call to bar today. When I say call to bar, that means you've passed through the process of law school. You've been called to the Nigerian bar. By, should I say, I might be wrong, but by, let's say, by moral standards and things like that, you expect that the person should have practiced, know the rudiments of law to an extent, but anyway, being called to the bench to decide on cases, how do you expect such persons to perform well? It's things we see in our society, and it's pulling us back. Then at the same point, when we come back to our state, when I talked about digitalization and computerization of things to the jet age, we have so many laws in this country and in this state, but we don't have them compiled. Maybe online, we can have access to them. I think if we do that, it will help us. Then our courtrooms are not so good. It's close to the justice. You can be in a courtroom and you're so hot, especially in the road. So hot, no ACs. We are hopeful. We are keeping our fingers crossed. We wait for people to do something.
Okay. What has, let me say, FIDA, what have they been doing to make sure that all these issues you face in courts, like heat and others, what things have they been doing to make this a better thing for?
I must state that FIDA, when you look at FIDA basically is an association of female lawyers. FIDA, the role of FIDA basically is to fight for the rights of women and children. That's what FIDA is about, though we are lawyers. So when it comes to courtrooms and things like that, it's not the role of FIDA. Though FIDA can go into it, maybe meet the CJs and the persons in charge and put one or two words, but basically our role, FIDA, is, some refer to us as NGOs because we fight for the rights of women, the downtrodden, the indigents, of women and children. But when it comes to the courtroom, I would use that role for that. I would say that is the role of the Nigerian Bar Association. That would be the NBA. And I know the NBA, the basic function is to uphold the rule of law. When we uphold the rule of law, we can do that. See, the NBA is doing so many. We are liaising with the CJ, the state government when we went to visit the governor. We raised some issues about our courtrooms and things like that. And the governor assured us to look into it and put in short, I think it was the governor himself that raised that. In fact, he mentioned that courtrooms are not conducive and the government is looking into that. So we are hopeful that something will be done very soon. So that's basically that for the NBA. But for FIDA, we fight for the rights for women and children.
All right, ma'am. Despite the level of orientation from NGOs and state government to eradicate child and sexual abuse, we still have alarming results. What do you think we can do to achieve a zero sexual abuse among women and children?
To achieve zero, I don't know if we get there anytime soon, but at least we can take to the barest minimum. I think basically is sensitization of students. We need to sensitize the grassroots, the indigent, the low classes of community. Though all these things happen to the elites too, to the high class, but basically I think it's about knowing your rights well and the right information. We need to go down to tell people in the language they understand, the way we can communicate, so that people can know their rights. This is wrong for those that are doing it. Make them realize it is wrong. They are causing for people physically and emotionally. Make them understand it is bad. And for those that are being affected, let them know how to speak up, to fight for their rights. The NGOs are doing it, the government is doing it. But you've now discovered that it's still rampant in our society. But basically, I feel it's information. People need to be informed. My right as a citizen should be readily available for me. I should know it. I think if we do that, people will know. Thereby we will achieve that and will reduce it to the nearest minimum.
Do you think the penalty that are passed to these criminals, those that abuse children, the pedophiles, don't you think that the justice given to them are too minimum to the crime they committed? Don't you think they should be treated with a tough hand, probably spend the rest of their life in jail or something else?
Thank you. Yeah, some people have the opinion that the law is not, they want the full harm of the law. Fine, it's something that is good, but basically from my own opinion, people that do that, I feel they are sick. I feel they are sick. Yes, they are mentally not stable. Because I can't imagine a man, a full-grown man, you are looking at a 2-year-old child in such a way. Actually, the person should be checked, maybe put in a psychiatric home, because it's absurd when you hear things like that. However, with we hope the backlog will be presented in past states. That's the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act. It's an act that has been passed by the federal government and will the state government will be investigated here. I think that comes with more stringent punishments for people that do such. So we're hopeful that once that is done, it will reduce the rate too. But like I said, I feel their punishment is more of psychiatric evaluation.
So let's meet your family.
My immediate family, my husband.
Yes, your husband.
Okay, thank you. I'm married to Mr. Opegemi. He's a human resource manager. He works here in Ilori, we live here in Ilori. And we are blessed with 2 daughters. If you want us to watch you being the second, and Tiwatope being the first. 6 and 3. God has blessed us. We got married in 2014, and to the glory of God, we are still here. We are still standing. Like I must state that I'm married. I'm from Oro in Kwara State, Airport local government. My husband is from Ididi, and I must state that I have wonderful in-laws. And God has blessed me with beautiful people that surround me.
Okay. So how did you come about your husband, and what motivation kept you in travel with him?
Okay. We met at my while in the university. I think that's my second semester under level. That's where we met. We met at the SUB building. I went with a friend who luckily is a colleague now. She's a lawyer too here. Well, we're another level. I think we went to see our brother. My brother happened to be a friend to my husband. We went to meet them at the student junior building, and that was where we met. Like they said, the rest is history. We met there and we started from there. So very of God, we got married. Well, after my service year, service year. What motivated me to him is patience. Is patience, and I say that he's extremely patient. Before my husband can get angry or will not be happy with me, he must have thought about it, looked at it from all angles and all that. He's very patient and understanding, and he's a very loving man. His heart is very open. In short, he's caring. For him to allow me do all these things, like I said, I'm actively involved in Rotary, actively involved in VINA, actively involved in NBA, and when I'm not around in the home front, he covers up for me. He keeps that. He's a very caring man. He doesn't make me feel less as a woman because I'm active in other ways. He covers up for the children for me, and he's a very good man. Like I said, he's very patient.
So, what 3 things have you discovered that are very important in this life?
In this life, 3 things are very important. I can say love. Love is very vital. Love is very vital. But before love, I'll put God first. For you to have, be it a Muslim, be it a Christian, you must believe in something. And that is what basically keeps us going as humans. You must have faith in something you believe in so that you can hope for things in the future. And that's what we cling on to. I'm a Christian. I attend Masterpiece in Christ Church, Okedu, under the leadership of Reverend Onishola Olaimi. He's a great man of God. So you must put God first in all things. Then love goes after it. Then you should have a forgiving heart. I think your heart that forgives is very good. You should have a forgiving. Those things are very vital to me. I think in this life, I discovered that this life is transient. Anybody can go at any time. Anytime. The next minute is not short for any of us. So we should let go of things, love people, just put God in all things.
Alright, viewers, that is all our package for today. I hope you had a very nice time with us, just as I've had a nice time with Mrs. Helen. Thank you very much for honoring this request.
Thank you so
much. And
much.
until next time, live responsibly. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. God bless Nigeria. God bless me. Bye.
It's the clouds of Olori. Who keep their heels, head, and standards high. Watch the zeros on our Facebook page at the Clouds of Olori. It's the Clouds of Olori.